President Zelensky say a fade why ready say dear on President Trump ebeka asumdwe asem na Putin Russia president also say sending European peacekeepers to Ukraine would be an act of war. Na si Turkey so Turkey Tayyip Erdogan said the future of Syria, with Erdogan issuing a new warning. Israeli military has expanded in south of Syria, while Turkey also maintained a presence. Putin pushed both countries on coalition calls for future tension. Now, Russia missiles experts visited Iran amid tension with Israel, according to Reuters News. Therefore, I have a news. We update eniyama ekoso wiase emubi ena yede ebrewo na this week in some esisi wiase ebi ena ene Friday yasamo na yede bi ebrewo enti me pacho eya na wa subscribe di ama yes we new to the channel yes pa say subscribe for my nefa comment bra eya share so nema afufuro ehu. This word is in the edge, and I say in the verge of distraction. Yeah, let me put it that way. So we news, and I say we see current news. The echoes we are here, and where they be an obaka say besimuka, and I say ehunhuna and ehunhuna. Now, my main phone call quickly between Ukraine and the US. And now, and last week, yeah, I think last week or last 2 weeks, President Zelensky took echo US. Yeah, and come ye deal be a de asumdwe ebeba Ukraine any Russia ntem. Na eno na kasakasa bebre ekosisi ho. Yeah, asumdwe no entimi NCP. Na so say kasa from na say nsem from no. Trump says Zelensky wants peace, ready for manual deal after the Oval Office blew up. And according to US President Donald Trump, he said that Ukraine leader Zelensky has written to him to say he appreciates US support for his country in its war with Russia and is ready to sign a deal that would ensure future American support. And he went so a summer eba. Na we kasakasa e call so over office for honum na US ntiase anya adwuma e normal President Zelensky e free US amunamuno e call ya na nipa bebre susu say wan hwa asumdue no maka. Na in a speech to Congress following last week disastrous meeting no and President Donald Trump said he had told him that Ukraine is ready to negotiate a peace deal with Russia as soon as possible and would accept a critical mineral agreement with the US. I hope say this time around, you know, ebeya no kre na asumdwe abaho. Na eno na President Zelensky, yes, Zelensky hopes US Ukraine talks next week will be meaningful. Until next week, President Zelensky beko akoshia US na omako kasa na we no saa nhyiamudie we mu no enkoso ewo US ekoso ewo Saudi Arabia next week until Ukraine president tukwan ako Saudi Arabia, and he has expressed his hope that it will be a meaningful meeting. The Ukraine leader, who will be in the Gulf Kingdom but not take part in the talks, said Kyiv was working to reach a fast and then lasting peace. US President Donald Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff said the American team wanted to discuss a framework for peace to try the end the Russia-Ukraine war. According to President Zelensky, also the course no share over na Yahudi ya wudie ni abufuo ni ade na as say sa meeting no na this time around hope say meeting na ebekoso ewo Saudi Arabia Ewade Nyankopon ya adoma next week no de asumdue ebeba beba cho ha yeka no kra news na eya na wa subscribe se didi bia yeka no onim se sa peace deal we no sa asumdue ntumi ama na ankowie ka de ensensem bebre pa ebeba na eno na sa meeting ne call so na asumdue ama no European leaders for bebre so eye o ma adwen se se ko ba ne sa dia na se Trump I stop every support bia what they support Ukraine. I think so we said it last week more. Trump and I say US for akate every fund bia omo betumi dia support Ukraine and yeah, European leaders and so ebe step in na in every way that they can no ombetumi aboa Russia. No, ene yedaya ne sorry ya. President Putin, Russia president, wadwa. Ni nyina ne say, or say Russia says sending European peacekeepers to Ukraine will be an act of war. And also yensama Putin one nkrofo de aba. Now President Putin has said that Russia will not retreat from Ukraine or give away anything that belongs to them. He made the comment while meeting widows and mothers of Russian soldiers killed in Ukraine war. And a meeting be anase a drabo biase. I say drabo no more ye ediama wo mo a maamefo a omomba ewuwo ewo Ukraine war ni mu. Ena wo de ebetum say ono Russia Putin odi Russia ni mu say omo mfa asase anase bibipia ye omo dia emfa enko negotiation table ne so ensi na eno na Russian foreign minister Sergei Lavrov so edibato so say he regarded of any Europe peacekeepers force in Ukraine as an act of war. He said it will be an escalation of what he called the NATO wars against Russia. And according to the European leaders, say ekoba say omo troops Germany e de nipa beko Ukraine akoboa na other countries being so to say France and so aye willing say omo nipa personnels e beko ni nyina ne say asumdue se be ya asumdue beba ho se ekoba say omo nipa e beko ho a na ebeye ya they are willing to do it according to the European leaders. Yes, they are willing to do it. Omo ka asasem no na eno na Russia ebeka say sekoba ne saade it will be regarded as an act of war, as a NATO war against Russia. President Zelensky only President Donald Trump meeting no the enti asumdua maka odi abufuo free US ba Ukraine bako pa ne say na opese President Donald Trump assure ne say or the troops ebaba Ukraine na asumdue aba Ukraine obono enso mampanyi US mampanyi Donald Trump anka bibia saa antino no de opese was sign deal and then after that no sa asumdue bi se ko ba se troops bi ni ade bebe ma na abem. One company, look at what the Russian people are doing. Sometimes I don't understand Putin as you Putin maintenance or ne even say the foreign minister Sergei Lavrov any one more maka. You see, because moment to me the North Korea troops any Ukraine for the cool. You don't want Ukraine to have any form of support. Enti we yan sama e beba su, we yan sama e kosho. Almost say Europe for any other troops bia step their foot in Ukraine between Omani Ukraine and Tokwana, it will be an act of war. A NATO war against Russia. And if it is a NATO war against Russia, what will happen? eja betom na eja tom nso a edien na ebekoso ayo ensema ekoso ni bi na yede ebro kankra ma me nko nsem foforo mu me nko nsem foforo mfa nko Israel na eno na Israel warns of military option against Iran as Netanyahu embraces Trump. And the time is running out to disrupt the Iran nuclear program, the Israeli foreign minister said. And the Israel is warning a military option could be required to stop Iran from building nuclear weapons, and is looking to U.S. President Donald Trump for help in ramping up pressure on the Islamic Republic, according to the foreign minister. So we don't have much time, he said. While Israel still wants to pursue a diplomatic path, Saul added that the chances of such an approach being successful were not huge, and that failure to stop Iran nuclear program would be a catastrophe for the security of Israel. And according to Israel, foreign minister, and now Gideon Sar or this answer said time is running out for Israel. Time is running out. And you know, Sekobane said Israel will use a military option against Iran. They will do it. You when so ye ensema ekoso ewo ewiase. Sema ekoso ewo ewiase. Na sansem mwa Iran chese omo pese omo ye nuclear weapon ye wiase nyina ni abie obia in fact obia ni abie wide obia ni abie pa follow sebe ya Iran omo ntumi nye nuclear weapon na sidie ensensem ni si koso enkrofo hwehwehwehwe mu no me gidi pa se Enyama koso underground. Enyama koso underground. Na eno and retired US military leaders support letting Israel finish the job against Iran. And the retired military officers are more US. According to reports, on over 77 retired US military leaders. And na omodi omutia boom. Ya omono extra say Israel finish the job against Iran. Finish the job no. Mo finish the job no. Na yeta mo chi papa. Senior retired military commanders are sounding the alarm over Iran nuclear possibilities and are calling on President Donald Trump to throw US support behind Israel. In a letter issued by Jewish Institute of National Security of America, JANSA, and signed by 77 retired U.S. generals and admirals, they say it's time to let Israel finish the job against the Iranian axis. The letter, which was issued just hours ahead of President Trump's address to a joint session of Congress, asserts that a nuclear Iran will be a threat to U.S. national security. They warn that there is not much more time to stop Iran march to the bomb, and say the Islamic Republic cannot be allowed to cross the nuclear threshold. What Israel seeks from the United States is support to ensure the maximum effective of its action and manage the risk of Iranian retaliation. We should provide it expeditiously, the letter says. Oh, see a message about time making kind letter. Meaning, says 77 retired soldiers. In fact, Oma is very aggressive. In fact, Omonia papa. One more should I say? A brand new US Momian supporting Israel. Na see the nemesis kika kono. Say Iran and Sasso nuclear weapon ma. Iran is a threat to US. In fact, Iran is the threat to the whole world. And you know, Momian supporting woman in every way that we can. Nema Iran for yen to me bombe sadia no na free one any passion in the warm. Entino, when she and Sema, a free US eba retired military leaders, 77 retired US military leaders, or more egg babe, or more share net to Trobento na, etc. Bibiba na yanwe ya, yanwe ya, Penny utina fee. Na mofra na we nanka ezi ebu nanka refo a muka ho panyini tena fia panyini no hu ade ahead I think said that this retired US military they have seen something they've seen something that is why they are very very concerned like that ni nyina ye de be na say ebetumi asiesie ye ho papa nti eno so ye ensema ekoso ewo US na Arab leaders and so according to Donald Trump Gaza plan no Arab leaders never can say sa we ne die in fact president ye no nya adwen wo ho na ye mom ya ye betumi akwa akotena se na ye nso so ye fa ye ho adwene ye nso ye fa plan bi a ye ha ebeboa Gaza fo no anasa Palestinian fo no na eno na omonso omokoye meeting na according to report no why rejecting Arab plan White House says Trump stand by his vision to rebuild Gaza free Hamas war asembeba debi na asembeba debi na asembeba yenti ametu sanyu we ne say Trump our reject sa Arab leaders omo plan ni Arab leaders want na won nyenwe han you say obe forceful how do I say it bro you force the Palestinian out of Gaza then you have to do it with bloodshed in fact enye ahongoro so ho enti no President Donald Trump says our plan na Arab for no kofa any day in fact enkanwe nchini ni enye de enti wonyintum eno yensema ekoso the White House comes out against the Arab plan for the post-war management of Gaza and stuck to US President Donald Trump plan to take over the enclave and relocate of 82 million residents. In a statement to the Times of Israel, National Security Council spokesperson Brian Hughes said the Arab plan releases does not address the reality that Gaza is currently uninhabited and residents cannot humanly live in territory covered in debris and exploded ordnance. President Trump stands by his vision to rebuild Gaza free from Hamas, he said. So President Donald Trump stands by his vision to rebuild Gaza free from Hamas. To say them can omo plan no mo fire no. President Donald Trump say wonfa wontie na ono no o stand by ne idea say Gaza no be ne foforo yo obe Gaza foforo na Arab fuwe se wo mu nti jaya die ne be koso wo wiase bibi bo yo na mami fa de atwa to emreo na awade nyankopon ya adoma na wosan ahyia ye da foforo and so in December 2024 Assad regiment Syria President Assad minimbe bia wo sisia forced then paving ways for the terrorist organization found by Turkey with leader Ahmad al-Sharaa. Entino December mu ho na Syria etuturafo bi terrorist organization bi a omo no Turkey fo bo wo machi don hye wo mo kutupa. Omo tu papa ya ma papa yi edi emika tente ekọ Russia ekọ pe baabi ekosie na enumu na Israel for so ye fast in every way they can and now omo take control of the Goliath Heights ene baby omo hwe a asumdwe nti omo bo hoban na eno na eden zembebrebe pa aba saa baby a Israel for occupy Egypt for nso berebi ba yam se be ka saa ni so no se omo so omo ntia se Israel for free saa baby ho no na according to the UN resolution 242 extra say saa Goliath Heights no West Bank NM say East Jerusalem no omo de omo ni say ye for dia Palestinian for dia Goliath Heights ho no so ye Syria for dia. And in the year 1967 Israel has occupied the territory since 1967 maintained that it has sovereignty over the Goliath Heights. And Syria has also recognized the Goliath Heights as theirs since their country won independence in 1944. But the UN recognized it as the UN resolution and repeated asking Israel to withdraw from the territory which Israel has refused. Enti honom no basa ye na menteme ho ase bi ekokoko so ho ngakanka. So Israel military has expanded in the south of Syria while Turkey has maintained a presence putting both countries on a coalition course for future tension. Enti news aba ene say Erdogan issue warning at the ma Israel. Now Turkey and Israel have increased their wars of war. Oh, Rebecca na Rebecca enye a man war but wars of war, which would put them in coalition for future tension. Turkey President Recep Tayyip Erdogan made a pointed statement warning against the intervention in Syria and saying that Ankara will not allow the country to be divided. It follows massive incursion by Israeli in southwestern Syria, which tried to invade a Damascus suburb that has been subject to clashes in recent days between Syria's security force and army. And according to Erdogan, well, the one in Biabapa say Syria honum no enya dia omechim enti o chere Syria hono enya dia omechim. Those seeking to benefit from Syria instability will not succeed according to Erdogan. We will not allow them to divide Syria as they imagine. Israel has been accused of stirring sectarian tension in Syria to create division that might weaken the new Syria government and present a pretext for intervention. And according to Tayyip Erdogan, say Syria omunchim and mo amusu say Syria yebechim na monya ho ababa befa Goliath Heights ne ade no Syria no yenchem nti no ye warning bia Tayyip Erdogan what the air said him kind the words of war. Erdogan ya ade papa be hono the bomb bia beto be hono the way ne just and no masam na sene bomb no ababeka what is happening there na bekoso bacho ahaya kan kure news wade nyankopon ya adoma na wasan so ahia ye da foforo pa wade show said the bia no we dey na wo hwe kan kure news macrow.